Hello internet people. Had a problem here. Working on a 2004 Honda Civic. I don't make videos, but searched the internet down and out and could not find anything on the mode control switch on these suckers. Nowhere. 2001 to 2005, I believe, is the years of this one, and yeah, couldn't find anything. So took some stuff apart. So tag it, and now there will be something, because this thing's kind of a wanker to work on. But once you know, it's not so much. All right, right to it. All right, let's start with the glove box. There is a little plate on the bottom with some pops in it. You just pop the front plates down and then that slides right out. Glove box. There are two 10mm bolts. One here, one over here. Take that off, open the glove box. Pop one of these little guys off right here on one of the ends, and the glove box should pop right out. Inside the glove box, you have three nuts right here, 2, 3, that you need to take off in order to get the airbag out. So you take those three off. And over here, here's the plug for the airbag. There's a little harness clipped in back here that's kind of a bugger to get out. It just connects to the wire that goes to the airbag. And you've got one plug, and this plug I just removed just to get stuff out of the way. Now, this is where your mode control motor used to be. These are the fingers. These right here are the fingers that connect your mode control meter to the mode control that switches from your defrost to your heater, to your vents, and all the in-between. So once you've got that, you'll be able to pop the airbag out. If you notice, there's some clips on the bottom of the airbag that will hold that top cover on the airbag in. And then you can access the screws, which I'll show you the plate in just a minute, but the screws will be one here and one there. Also, one right there. There's a screw. There's a big metal plate that holds that airbag. Okay, now for the fun part that most of you want to stop right here. Okay, the rest of you that like to break stuff, this is a continuation. Okay, this is the mode control motor assembly. This is the plate that holds it into the car. Once you get this plate and that assembly all out, you can detach this motor control assembly from the plate, and it just has some clips to take it apart. I think this mode control motor assembly itself is what you'll want to just get if you're gonna buy it at whoever. Now, if you want to go deeper, this will actually be able to repair that. So your gear, this is your activator that moves those the levers inside to switch between your mode control heater, defrost, all that stuff. You may want to, while it's out, move those levers back and forth inside the car to make sure that they're moving relatively freely, so that you make sure it's not a problem in the heater, and it is a mode control. Here, now once I took this apart, now pay attention to this motor, because this is a DC motor, so it's polarized. You need to put it back in the way you got it out. You can put markings on it and then just put it there. Also, this gear, you need to pay attention to how you took it out and orient it the same way, so that the contacts on the back of the gear match the contacts in the case. This was the problem. These two gears had either the plastic had shrunk on these gears or enlarged on these shafts, whatever the case. I don't know. Over the 17 years we've had this car, so what I was able to do is take a drill bit, just if you use a gauge drill bit, number 19 I believe I used, a .166 drill bit, and drill out the center of that shaft. It just enlarged it just enough to where now it spins, and it was barely moving before. It was really hard to turn both of these gears. You can also take a round file and just hit the inside of these gears. Enlarge them just a little bit, re-grease it, put it back together, and chuck it in the car. Now there is something, internet, for that thing. It's not too bad. Oh, I almost forgot. When you put this thing back in, be sure to line these up with those gears, or the levers inside the car. The pins go in the slots, and it wouldn't hurt to throw some grease in those shafts, so yeah, grease your shafts so they move freely. Alright, just a note, got it back in. There it is there. There's all the cams in place. The airbag, you need to push from the back, from underneath. If you push the back up first, the forward slides out and comes down. And now if you look in here and you have your key in the on position, switch back from the different modes, you can tell it moves all of its stuff. And back to vent. And that's what it should do. Thank you, drive through. Oh, might need one of these to get those screws, because those are the screws in there. A little too tight in there to get with a normal screwdriver.